So where do you stand, and where does the company stand on queer rights?
No. Wait. I'm gonna go. Thanks so much, everyone, for coming. Everywhere I go, I see his face.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. I know I am. It's Monday, and who doesn't want to be back at work? Well, I mean, just about nobody, probably, but I hope that you'll tune in today and enjoy the videos I have. Plus, I am live streaming like every day, Monday through Friday, over at Rumble. There's a link in the description. I would really love if you popped in and just said hello. We've been growing a little bit every day there, and my goal is to hold 5,000 viewers per day this week, and I can't do it without you. So hopefully you'll come on over. Now, it just doesn't get any worse, does it? For you would think that it can't get worse for old Budweiser, Bud Light, but in fact, it is worse. In fact, it has continued its nonstop slide into irrelevance for about 12 straight weeks now, and nobody can stop it. Anybody who touches this product is getting smeared with the stink of their failure. Ken Griffey Jr., for crying out loud, can't even do a Father's Day ad for Bud Light without getting crushed. Travis Kelce, same thing. Now, there's an absolute new rankings that show Bud Light has sunk even further, and their new ad is getting completely demolished. This after Anheuser-Busch and InBev underperformed Friday when compared to competitors despite daily gains. The Anheuser-Busch stock inched 0.31% higher to $55 on Friday on what proved to be an all-around grim trading session for the stock market. Now, ADR's rise snapped the two-day losing streak. Now, Anheuser-Busch stock has kind of been sneaking back. However, they're just seemingly never going to be able to recover from this issue. New Bud Light ad mocked amid boycott, hitting rock bottom. A new video ad shared on Bud Light's verified Twitter has faced widespread mockery on the platform amid the beer brand's ongoing controversy. Since the start of April, we already know, everyone, I'm not going to do what the news people do and repeat what everyone already knows. So in a video posted to Instagram on April 1st, we already know, since calls for the boycott began 3 months ago, Bud Light has seen drop off in domestic sales. Revenues remain consistently below where they were in 2022. The company also lost its crown as America's most popular beer, with Mexican rival Modelo Especial in the top spot. Now, the 10-second clip showed a woman calmly eating from a large watermelon while sitting on a picnic table, while high winds threw paper plates and Bud Light cans all over the ground in the park as others ran around her to clear the mess. The woman only briefly glanced at the chaos before scooping up more watermelon. "It's fine, this is fine," reads the company's caption. Reflecting the mood of the past 3 months, the post was met with derision from a number of Twitter users, one of whom wrote, "The brand seems to have hit rock bottom. Go away, Bud. You made your bed. Now sleep in it," said Eric Bolling, host of conservative news network Newsmax. "We are done with you. Cut your losses. Retire the brand." Well, they're not going to do that. They're still making hundreds of millions of dollars selling Bud Light to people who are apolitical. I talked about this with a buddy of mine the other day. Plus, by the way, I went to the Renaissance Fair this week and I didn't see a single Bud Light in anybody's hand. By the way, I also met like a dozen of my viewers there, which is awesome. That's the most I've ever seen. Like, I know my people, they go to Ren fairs and stuff like that, and I always have a blast going. I've never met anybody who has anything negative to say at that event, although maybe they just keep it to themselves. But that said, there's like, when you look at the total piece of the pie that's up for like the culture war battle for any brand, okay, it's not 100%. Unless maybe the brand is exclusively online, or maybe you're like a internet commentator like myself, where your entire existence relies on being online and people accepting you and enjoying what you do. But if you're like a product, you only really have like 20 to 30% of your product available for the culture war. And here's how I view it. There's like 30% there's really like 40% of people that are not involved in being terminally online. They don't care, right? They just don't care. Then you have like 20% of people that are going to agree / back whatever you're doing. Or 20 to 30%, sorry, call it 30%. And then 30% of the people that will hate it. That's 100%, right? Yes. So there's still like that 70% in either direction that are going to be relatively untouched. Like if you make like DeWalt, okay, I use all DeWalt tools. I'm just weird and like autistic like that. I like to have all the color matching stuff. I know DeWalt isn't necessarily the best brand for every possible tool, but I have from impact drills to their vacuum, it's all DeWalt because all of my things must be yellow and black or orange and black. These are the only two options in my life. Even the meat sticks I eat are orange. That's unrelated. But the if DeWalt did something online, I would know about it, right? If they did some weird virtue signaling crap, I would know about it. I would make a video about it probably, and people would be pissed off about it. But for the most part, people that are on construction sites and this, that, and the other thing, they're not terminally online like we are. Some are. 30%. Maybe even 60% are online. But again, half of them are going to agree with it. So you only have kind of that piece of the pie up for grabs, which is why I always said I think the absolute victory against Bud Light would be a 30% drop in sales, which is exactly what we saw. Seriously, though, I've got to wonder who runs Bud Light account, secretly hates the brand, wants to incite mockery and memes, commented another user. You have to feel sorry for the social media coordinator putting out this content. Other tweeted, that person is getting crushed. It's sad but hilarious. Several others, derisive replies of Bud Light posts were hidden. Amid the floods of criticism, several other Twitter users expressed their appreciation of the video. I think it's kind of brilliant. One said they're not so worried about the boycott backlash. They are just having fun with this particular moment in pop culture. I love Bud Light, another Twitter user chimed in. Never had it before, Dylan. Now I have it every day. Well, that's not true. That's just not true. Over the past several weeks, okay, so we already know. The viral pictures of it sitting unsold on the shelves. Again, like, I keep thinking that it's 6 minutes ago, already ratioed. They posted. So, I think that this is a little like self-deprecating. Like, you see here, this is fine. I think it would have been funnier if it was like, being the Bud Light social media manager or something like that. So I suspect whoever manages their social media, wasn't involved in this decision to hire Dylan Mulvaney. Now, maybe it's possible that they were involved, but it's extraordinarily unlikely. And they're just getting crushed. Again, steam is kind of running out, and you see a lot of it, a lot of hidden replies. I think my favorite part about the Bud Light tweeting again is watching how big the ratios get. Expired Bud Light cheap, and they've got Heiner Schneid here and Dylan selling it. No trees are blowing except for this guy. Ha ha ha. We identify as the queen of beers. Before Bud Light, after Bud Light, Bruce Jenner into Kendall Jenner, whatever their names now. I just think this ratio isn't fine. The success of your company is blowing away. I think that, it's interesting. The whole hullabaloo, it's not, I get it. I get why, you've got to just kind of roll with it. But then you have, this story. Bud Light's popularity plummets. It's not even a top 10 beer anymore. Not even the top 10 beer in the country, according to Newsweek. It had previously been tied as the 9th most popular beer in 2022. The drop is due to the company going woke and teaming up with Dylan Mulvaney for a March Madness promo. Not only are sales down, but the brand's popularity is taking a huge hit. That shouldn't shock anyone. Bud Light has been getting shellacked ever since the March Madness promo. Will the company ever recover? The worst part of the situation for Bud Light and Anheuser-Busch is it really doesn't look like there's any light at the end of the tunnel. In fact, there are no signs of any kind that the pressure is going to let up. The backlash is expected to carry into football season. The latest sales data showed sales units down by more than 30%. The company is losing millions every week and is no longer the top-selling beer in America. I mean, it's like to fall out of the top 10, absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal. And I mean, you just look at all of this sadness, right? All of the, it's like Bud Light not being in the top 10 anymore is really, I guess, pretty apropos given, what they've done here with the brand. I just don't know how on earth they're gonna get out of this. Like, there's just no way to get out of this because there's just no way without apologizing. Its reign is finally over. Bud Light falls out of the top 10 favorite beers in the United States following the $20 billion Dylan Mulvaney marketing disaster. So here's the list. Guinness, number 1, most popular beer in the U.S. Guinness, Corona, Heineken, Sam Adams. I've never even met a Sam Adams drinker. All I ever think of is Chappelle. Samuel Adams. It'll get you drunk. Oh, no, it wasn't Samuel Adams. It was like, did they actually say Sam Adams or was it like, I don't know, whatever. Blue Moon, which is wild because that's brewed right here in Wisconsin. Well, I guess a lot of this is brewed here in Wisconsin, but Blue Moon, Budweiser, Modelo, Corona Extra, Stella Artois, Coors, Miller High Life, Corona Light, Miller, PBR. It's below Pabst. It's below PBR. I mean, yikes. Keep it up, everyone out there. Make sure you keep leaving likes on these videos. Make sure you keep telling your friends about what they're supporting when they're buying Bud Light. And, of course, you have, again, Ken Griffey Jr., now caught up in the Bud Light scandals. Critics pile on over the beer firm's Father's Day merchandise tie-up. I mean, it just never ends. I absolutely love it. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like on it. And join me on my live stream. The link will be in the description below. I hope to see you there, and we'll talk to you again real soon.